But a Brooklyn city councilwoman, her name is Laurie Cumbo, she wanted to know about blocks of Asians living in Fort Greene housing projects. And she eventually said, she made this comment that there could be some benefit to housing people by culture. I think it needs to be discussed. This is in the New York Post.
Isn't that segregation?
This is Jim Crow, but this woman,
right? Whites only, blacks only. Is that what she's really saying?
This woman, Laurie Cumbo, is black, and somehow
it's not racist then.
She didn't realize this is a Democrat councilwoman. I'm sorry if I didn't mention that, but this is a black Democrat councilwoman who somehow neglected to realize that maybe it's a bad thing to say that the housing people by culture is not the best idea, or to bring that up as a thing even. She was commenting about this because she saw there were a bunch of Asian people living in a housing project, and it seemed to be a cultural thing, and it's so amazing that this story is not going anywhere. This story is I'm sure it's not getting any play anywhere at all.
Well, no, it's gonna the media is gonna spike.
It's going away. Yeah, this is not going to be an issue. But she's sorta saying, hey, let's take another look at those Jim Crow laws because there might be something to them. Those might be a good idea. This is insane, but nobody's gonna talk about it because she's a liberal. Clearly, what she's advocating is disgusting and awful. Or saying that we should look at it. No, we shouldn't look at it. Stop. Nobody's gonna question her support of the Civil Rights Act because of this. Nobody. It's ridiculous that people get away with this.
Well, and at the same time as she's talking about segregating people in housing, we have college students segregating by race, creating safe spaces where people of other ethnicities are not allowed in or something. It's kind of an interesting trend, and none of them see the irony. None of them.
No. We talked about this as a left tactic a couple of episodes ago. We were talking mainly about ideas. We were talking mainly about philosophies and that sort of thing. But apparently liberals are fine with segregating people by culture too. Who knew? Who knew that this was a thing that they were interested in? And I don't know. I don't know if there's something that we can do about it. I don't know if there's a broader messaging strategy that is available to us to point this out.
I don't think there's going to be a broad messaging strategy that's going to be very effective. I mean, first of all, racism is very inherent in the left because they see people in terms of group status, not individuals. That's more natural for the left to be racist. It's just the way it is, or to be bigoted in general. We suffer it too, but they have it constantly. Okay, they have it constantly. But I think the way that this would be valuable is this is one of those examples to simply lock away for a candidate to debate when it's brought up on the other side, because it's a very quick. It's what I would call a diffuser. If somebody brings up any kind of segregation, and throws it his way or her way, the Republicans can say, well, what do you mean? Yeah, let me show you. Here's an example of a Democrat who did this and this. And it's a very quick story, takes a few seconds, and it immediately diffuses their argument. I think it'd be valuable that way, but as a general strategy, I don't know how we'd use it.
Like, that's the thing, is that I'm sure that she's in a district that is going to be super hard to try and remove her or to challenge her from the right. But you gotta imagine that this doesn't look good on your resume when you're trying to run for office again. You'd have to think that somebody's got to be out there and can make some hay over this. I mean,
her district is too protected, but what she becomes is their Klingenschmidt. She becomes damaging for them throughout the state and elsewhere, and even surrounding states. You can use her as the example of what the Democrats have put forward. And it just, that story works as a great diffuser. You can't remove her, but you almost don't want to.
Although we tend to not use their idiots as weapons against them the way they use our idiots as weapons against us.
Yeah, we should learn that, shouldn't we?
There's no indignation in the West over gays being murdered in the Middle East or East or whatever. There is no indignation over Apple being using Chinese labor. But this is an issue in which conservatives can be bashed. So my God, we've got to get on it.